Welcome to School Matters. I'm Shawn Gilliland. On this week's show, we'll stop by the grand opening of an Achievable Dream Academy at Highland Springs Elementary. Grandparents get to visit at Springfield Park, and we'll kick off one school's journey to become global citizens. But first, let's watch as the Pinchbeck Rays learn to work together during a creative activity in their gym class.
We're going to do an activity called Cross the River. We get the kids to work together using a limited amount of equipment to get from one side of the gym to the other. I use poly spots, which I call them their heavy rocks, and then I use aerobic steps, which stand in for logs. Most squads are about 4 to 5 students. In larger classes, there are 6 students per squad. And then level 3 is they have to come back to the middle part of the river, but they've lost a rock. It's disintegrated since it's a toxic river. And then level 4 is to get from the midpoint back to the starting point with still the same number of rocks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, let's do it. Biggie back for the win. Go.
Students who I usually have difficulty with in the gym usually excel at this. And it's really been mind-blowing because they do have a difficult time concentrating, but when it comes to this activity, they have just stepped up as leaders, and their friends are listening to them and respecting them a little bit more. And that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed from this.
Come on, guys, communication. Communication is key. Communication.
They are working together as a team, and they're bonding, and they're figuring it out that, you know, in life we're not always going to have the best team, but we learn how to work together with all of our differences, and we figure out how to come together to reach that goal.
It was great to see the kids cheering each other on while creatively problem-solving their way across the imaginary river. Awesome job. Now we'd like to introduce a new HCPS principal, Dr. Tracey Daniels.
I'm the principal of Johnson Elementary School. Prior to this, I was principal of Jackson Via Elementary School in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is my first experience in a campus school, and I love it. I really do. I enjoy getting out and going into classrooms from the outdoors.
We're superheroes this year, right?
We're very diverse. We have students from all over the world. There's too many to name, actually, but it's fantastic to have so much diversity represented in one place.
All right, you stay with her. You stay with her. What was the purple crayon upset about in the story?
What I try to do is go to every classroom every day. I do walkthroughs every single day. And at the beginning of every year, I like to read to my kindergarten and first grade students. I've been in education for about 21 years, and every day is a new experience. Every day is a challenge for me, and my goal is to help our students become lifelong learners and great citizens. And of course, things are changing every day, so what we do, we try to improve that every day.
Dr. Daniels will happily come back and read part 2. Okay?
So happy to have you join the team, Dr. Daniels, and we're looking forward to all the amazing things that are in store for the Jaguars this year. We'll meet one more new principal later in the show, but now it's time for another inventive lesson as a group of 6th graders at Tuckahoe Middle attempt to save us from the end of the world. I'll let Principal Ann Green explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Major General Green. You are aware patient 0 has died from their inflictions. The symptoms of this unknown disease are slow movement, no brain activity, heart stoppage, increased fever, and dementia. Your mission is to find the cure while also avoiding infected zombies in the area. The map to finding the cure is locked in various labs throughout the county. Only once you have each piece of the map, you will be able to locate the cure. We must prevent the outbreak from spreading further. Civilian lives are at stake. Stay alert, soldiers. Stay alive.
So today at Tuckahoe Middle School, it is the end of the world because there is a zombie apocalypse. So we have it set up to where these students are these soldiers, and they are trying to break into different boxes to solve a puzzle that will give them the antidote to stop the zombies from taking over. We are here because we have watched Miss Green, and she has told us that the end of the world is coming because of a zombie apocalypse. What you're going to do at each station, before you can break into the box, you have an activity to review your regions you need to complete. You're going to put all of the characteristics that belong with each region beneath it, okay? So once you have it completed, raise your hand and I'll check to see if it's correct, all right?
Number 6 is the coastal plain. Okay. For clothing. Alright, so they use north, south, down, east, then west.
You have to unlock your whole brain and you can't just find the easy way out. It makes you think harder and be more logic.
There we go. We got it.
Hiking unprepared could leave you scared. Research is key to surviving this old trail. The length in the bears could cause you to fail. If you've read books, you're on your way. I'll see you at the end of 2,200 miles away. I hope that they learn about the geographic regions in North America, but more importantly, I hope that they learn about communication skills, they learn how to work together as a team.
Oh, okay.
I think it's cool because we get to interact with other people in our class than just like our friends, and other than just looking at a board, going slide through slide through slide on presentations. I think we're just interacting and we're getting into it, and we have to use our brains more.
Good, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up, recruits.
Well, it's really fun and it's engaging, and these are 6th graders, so this is their kind of first experience in the library, so we want to make it a fun and welcoming place. Like, I like to implement what are they learning in math that we can implement, what are they learning in their reading skills that we can implement. You basically give a power punch to a traditional lesson like learning longitude and latitude, but then when you bring in the ITRT and the librarian, we can basically ramp up those skills with some fun activities like in a zombie apocalypse.
From all the lakes carved in my shield, a group is famous, that's for real. With 5 initials, you seal the deal.
Open your book
Let's see what's in the book.
on the post-it note. Okay, show everybody what's there.
The Great Lakes.
Okay.
Your this remained uninfested because you used it to solve all your clues.
Now for another 2-minute history report.
We all know about colleges. There's the state schools, the academic elite, and of course the sports powerhouse. But there's a college that you've heard of that is truly one of a kind, the Electoral College. First of all, it's not really a college. It's a process that we use to determine the President of the United States. Back when our founding fathers were figuring out the rules for this new country, they wanted to make sure that all parts of the country have fair input. So they put into the Constitution that each state would have a group of electors, whose vote would determine the commander-in-chief. The number of electors was based on the number of senators and representatives from each state. For example, Wyoming has 2 senators and 1 representative, so they have 3 electors, or electoral votes. California, on the other hand, has 55 electoral votes. The number of state representatives is proportional to state population and is reevaluated every 10 years when new census information is available. Since we have 100 senators, 2 from each state, 435 representatives or congressmen, we end up with 538 electors. Oops, forgot to mention that the District of Columbia gets 3. Half of 538 is 269, so to get the majority of the Electoral College, a candidate needs 270 to become president. In most of the country, if you win the popular vote of the state, you get all of their electoral votes. They call it winner take all. The exception is Nebraska and Maine. They use the congressional district method. If you win a region of the state, you get that region's vote. Back in 2008, John McCain got 4 of Nebraska's electoral votes, while Barack Obama got 1. In 2016, Maine gave 3 votes to Hillary Clinton and 1 to Donald Trump.
That sounds fake.
Generally, our presidents have won both the Electoral College and the popular vote, but not always. In 1876, Samuel Tilden got 200,000 more votes than Rutherford B. Hayes. A decade later, Grover Cleveland lost his re-election in spite of the fact he had more popular votes. In recent history, Al Gore and Hillary Clinton won the ballot box, but the Electoral College put someone else in the Oval Office. So here it is in a nutshell. The Founding Fathers gave each state a voice on who would be our country's choice. Not equal representation, but votes based on population. The results left some candidates quite dismayed because for this college, 270 is the important grade.
That's the Electoral College in 2 minutes.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Good morning, and today is the big day. We are having our grand opening celebration for the Achievable Dreams Certified Academy here at Highland Springs Elementary School.
I think that what you saw this morning indicates to you not only the wonderful things that are going on here, but the wonderful community that Highland Springs is.
Our students are beaming when they shake hands with the public safety volunteers every morning.
What's up, buddy? Have a great day at school, okay?
They smile bright and say their band is loud, which show us that at this very young age, they are already internalizing positive affirmation.
I really believe that this academy is going to have a tremendous impact on Highland Springs as on Henrico County.
What does that mean to you?
That's an amazing group of students taking advantage of all that an Achievable Dream Academy has to offer. We look forward to future updates. Now it's time to meet another principal that's new to HCPS.
I'm always here watching to see what you guys are learning and see how smart you get. Yeah.
I am the new guy here at Shady Grove Elementary. My name is Dr. Tracey Austin. Absolutely, I'm just excited to be here following a legend, Dr. Regina Schwab, who had a 14-year tenure here at Shady Grove, and I'm just pleased to follow her work.
Can you read that for me?
We really are looking to move toward a student student-centered focus where students own their own learning, where they know their learning targets, where when they come into class, they know what they're going to learn, how they're going to learn it, and then how they're going to demonstrate that they know it. Because we want them to be in charge of their own learning because the 21st century demands that. So my philosophy of innovation ties right into this school. So I believe innovation is taking what is and then making it what it can be. And this school has amazing potential to go to the next level in some of those instructional pedagogical type of things.
So we have to do a summary, prediction, questions, connections.
I love to be near kids. I like to hear what they have to say. I love to see teaching and learning at its finest. And in order to do that, you have to be instructionally present. And that can't happen in this office. And I need to be in classrooms to understand, are we doing the best? Are we maximizing the instruction to personalize student learning? Because I want them to have the best 180 days they can have.
And we'll stay at Shady Grove to hear about a lovely tribute to a friend that left the Cardinal community too soon.
Our longtime school secretary, Mrs. Land, we lost her unexpectedly last year. She was an integral part of this school for so many years. Actually, she was here from the beginning of Shady Grove Elementary, so she was here for 25 years. She was such a big presence at Shady Grove. She loved the children, the parents. She loved reading. She talked to the children about what they were reading all the time. Every year, the outgoing 5th grade class buys a gift for the school. They thought it would be a great idea to honor Mrs. Land and her memory by putting a space in the library that connected the things that she loved, children and books. The children were the ones who actually voted on the chairs, the color, the type, and fortunately they voted on some colors and some styles that fit the library beautifully. She would love that she has a space in the library. She would also love that the picture on her plaque is color coordinated with the chairs and the carpet because she was also a fashion horse. Yeah, I think it's a great space. It's been a great gift to the whole school. I think she is smiling down on us. I think she really, really would appreciate it.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
All in together now. We can make it better now. Come on, can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. We'll rope it up, cause we know how to jump. We'll roll it out, cause we know how to skate. We'll cut it down, cause we know what to eat. We'll swap it out. We eat healthy stuff. Can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. Can we do it?
Just moving a little and eating better every day can help make you and your child healthier. Search We Can to find doable tips and activities that you can use every day.
Students at Springfield Park got the opportunity to show their appreciation and love for their elders during lunch on Grandparents' Day, a day created so that young and old can find wisdom and inspiration in each other.
with your little ones today. What a fun time. You know, what a fun time. Enjoy it.
Now we'll leave you with a kickoff ceremony at Tuckahoe Elementary, where the students saw that the sky is the limit for their learning. For School Matters, I'm Sean Gilliland. Thanks for watching.
We are about to begin a cool journey all the way around the world and celebrate people, customs, achievements, landmarks, and diversity all along the way. This morning, we will begin our journey with a parade of nations.
The world is divided into 7 continents. More than 160 countries comprise these 7 continents. The flags you see represent some of these countries. Our next continent is South America. South America has many countries, including Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, Peru, and Chile. The American rainforest is in Brazil and is the largest rainforest in the world. Africa is our next continent. Africa is the 2nd largest continent. It has hot, steamy rainforests near the equator, tropical grasslands, deserts, and mountains. The Sahara is the world's biggest desert. 3rd graders, please stand and show your flags. All right, so boys and girls, we are now sending peace to all the people of North America as we release this dove of peace. To 7 continents of the world, along with our pledge to be a good global citizen. The amazing truth is this: what I do today does make a difference. That's right, you and your commitment to being the best possible citizen will make a difference. Our total efforts will multiply the peace sent to our world. Just look at the hot air balloon or in this direction and see what happens. Our good citizenship multiplies and fills the world.
As we travel around the world these 180 days, we want to learn as much as possible about the people, customs, and landmarks we encounter. The sky is the limit when it comes to our learning potential. Boys and girls, we challenge you to learn and share your discoveries this school year. We release these balloons as we symbolically release our learning potential. Boys and girls, the sky is the limit.
Just as the balloons went off into the air, the sky is the limit this year for our learning, and I am so excited to start this journey with you. I know that you are going to do an awesome job this year, and we're going to learn together about how to be great global citizens. Are you excited to start the journey this year?